everybody, it's Miss Amy, and it's good to see everybody even if it is virtually. We're going to do a lesson on symbols, and you're going to be creating your own symbol that has special meaning for you. Our inspiration artist is Porfirio Gutierrez, and he is a Zapotec weaver who uses ancient symbols from his culture in his weavings. So let's explore the inspirations, and then you'll be ready to make your own symbol. Mitla is the spiritual center of the Zapotec people and has been for at least 3,000 years. The center was built with stones set into the walls in a pattern of symbols. It's like taking stones and setting them in like a piece of a puzzle, and as they're put together, you can see the shapes and designs of the symbols. All these symbols have very special meaning to the Zapotec people. They could be symbols like rain, seeds, corn, God, and candles. This one represents God. This one represents the cycle of life, where you go step by step through life, acquiring knowledge, and then return that knowledge to the next generation. And they go through their life, going step by step, acquiring that knowledge and returning it to the next generation. So you can see that these ideas are very important, meaningful, and beautiful. So I want you to think about an idea that you might have that you would like to make into a symbol. So a symbol can be a thing or an idea that represents something else. And usually they're designed to be quickly recognized and understood. Think about a stop sign that we see. We don't even have to read the letters S-T-O-P to know that that red hexagon means stop. Or something like the Nike logo. You see that swoosh? We know what it represents, right? Think of an idea, and you'll have pencil and paper, just like Porfirio starts, doing sketches, working out your ideas. And then you start to refine them so that they could be a little more simple. And a lot of symbols use geometric shapes, just like the Zapotec symbols here. And that's what you will do. You'll start out with a loose sketch and then refine it into squares and triangles. And I'll show you some examples of that. To start this project, you'll need pencil, paper, graph paper, and colored pencils. So if you don't have colored pencils, markers or crayons can also work just fine, and even just a pencil can work too. So we're making a symbol. So we're going to think and feel. Think about something that has a lot of meaning for you. Maybe think about why it has that meaning. So I was thinking about a tree that was outside my bedroom window. And I would look at it throughout the year and watch it change. And that just gave me a really good feeling of new life, right? Rejuvenation, hope. So I decided to draw that branch. And it doesn't have to be real neat. It doesn't have to be exactly right, but I'm just sketching the idea. And then I wrote down what it is. It's tree branches, and it reminds me of hope and new life. Okay. We want to take visual notes and literal notes in our sketchbook for this. Another idea I had was a door. I have used a lot of doors in my artwork, and they can have different meaning, but this time I'm thinking about opportunity. You know, when a door opens for you, it's opportunity. So I wrote down that word, opportunity. And also notice for the tree branch and the door, I didn't draw a lot of other details. I didn't draw a landscape. I didn't draw a sun. I didn't draw leaves. I didn't draw a floor, a doorknob, a roof, a chair. I'm keeping it very simple. Symbols are simple, okay? So once I do that, I want to make it into a pattern of squares and triangles. And that's where my graph paper comes in. So I'll have a PDF that you can print out of graph paper if you need it. The graph paper is made of squares. You guys have probably used it in math, and you can do charts on it. So it's also great for making drawings that have even spaces. If you don't have graph paper or a printer, that's fine too. Notebook paper. Turn one piece 90 degrees and lay one over the other. And then when you look carefully, you'll be able to see the horizontal lines, horizontal, and vertical lines to create that grid of graph paper. So now I'm going to make my branches into a series of squares and triangles. So that's the rule. We're only using squares and triangles for this project. And I just start blocking some in quickly. It doesn't have to be real neat. This is not your final piece. So this part, this branch, is this one. Then that branch is this one. And I just build it up, block by block, deciding where I want to fill in a square or a triangle. Maybe I'll have my triangle go this way. So one of the rules for this is that you only use a triangle that is a right isosceles triangle. And to do that on the graph paper, we draw a big square right here. You'll have the series of squares. A triangle that you can use for this project has to go from one corner diagonally to another corner. That line has to hit both corners. So you could color in this one or the other one, okay? And I have a PDF with that guideline on it too for you to refer to as you're doing your project. And then I just keep going. Then I'm thinking about colors that I might want to use. Will they be realistic colors or not? And then once I know where I want my squares and triangles that make sense to me, I'll do it on another piece of graph paper with my colors, or using just a pencil. I can get a dark, medium, light by changing the pressure of my pencil on the paper to express what I want to express. What I want you to always remember when you're doing your art is that we have inspiration from others, and we can see what other people do. But inspiration can help to give you more ideas and help work through your own ideas. So when we see other people's work, it's not to copy, but to be inspired by. Okay, I want you to have your own expression. And when we work out these symbols and think about the ideas behind them, sometimes we might have a gut feeling about it, and that's a good thing. If you don't exactly have the words to describe it, that's okay, all right? I would love to see you just go for it and express it in a visual way, because sometimes we don't have words, so that's why we use art. We use drawing, we use music, and creative writing to express ideas maybe that we can't do as well in other ways. So don't worry if you don't have exact words to describe what you're doing. If you have a good gut feeling, go with it, okay?